Welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, and today we are going to start automating some things. That's right, it's been too long since we automated anything. We need to get the science going. We need to get things happening. But before I do, I just recalled I didn't finish. I've got this mud being created, and that's wonderful, and I love mud. But for now, I do kind of want to be doing something with it, because otherwise it's just going to start clogging up everything. It's not even going to clog up that much. So we're going to have continuing problems with landfill. That will never, ever, ever, ever change for reals. I mean, it'll change at some point, I suppose. But my goal today is I want to be able to get inserters and treadmills being made, and hopefully some other stuff will happen. And if I believe in myself, I can make it happen. And I believe in myself. You know, I'm a cool dude with I'm just a cool dude. That's all that really matters. Okay, so originally I was going to do a thing where I changed the land type, but it turns out that was too difficult, so I'm not doing it. Alright, so that's going to start making my land mass. Probably even make a little bit more, but for now that'll do. It's using the mud. That's what matters. Okay, cool. Mud. Happening. Making land. So, what do we need? Well, we need inserters. We've already got belts, but I would love slightly faster belts. That would be wonderful. And also, gosh, also I would like to build green chips. If I have green chips by the end of the day, I'll be pretty happy about that too. I may need to speed up the production of basic circuit boards as well. And the way I'm going to do that is probably by making another... If I make another wooden facility, you know what, let's do that now because I'll need it anyway. So if we get a couple of these jibbity jabbers, which is of course the technical term, I don't think I need to tell anyone that. I do need more copper for that. Alright, well that's fine. I can always bring the copper down here and do it that way. Because the plan was to... Or, okay, here's another thought. Rather than doing it that way, what if... just don't do that. Don't be silly. What if instead I had the factory making... Nice. The copper chips, the copper cables here. That would be a little bit better. And then we can do the inserter coming out. And it can come out like... I mean, I could come out through that, but that's not going to be great. Oh, okay, that's something I'm going to need very soon. I will be looking at that just because increased power is good. I've been playing a little bit around the game just to see what I can make. So I have done a little bit of research in FNEI, FNAG, just because I thought it would be helpful. Okay, so let's power that up. Power lines, probably good to automate those at some point, but of course we're not doing that until we get to better power lines. I like how that... Oh, never mind. I thought it cut power like elsewhere on the belt, and I thought that was pretty funny. But it didn't actually do that. Okay, so wood, boards, and then we need to... You know what? We will do that. I wasn't gonna, but now it actually kind of works pretty well. Okay. And then we output the boards there, and they have the boards coming back up. Underneath. Lovely. Well, not yet, because I've got to do that, but lovely. Just keep saying lovely until it works properly. And then that should actually be outputting what we need. The problem was this paper was made faster than... Because the paper's made quite a bit faster, I think. Immediately gets anxious about that. No, it's fine. Look, it's increased production. That's what really matters, okay? Don't need to be judgmental about it. So, what I'd like to do is get the basic boards to join up here. Now we don't need the basic boards for long because quite frankly the basic boards are only needed for 36 items. I'll be honest, I thought that number was going to be a lot smaller when I started saying it. But frankly all it's needed for is the basic construction of things, which is all I'm worried about right now. So this thing will probably change to be a green belt line, and then that will change to be a different colored belt line, and then everyone's going to be happy. Generally speaking, of course. No, can I do it that way? Yes, I can. And then... Okay. That does that. That fixes that problem. Good. We've got those coming up. That's good. Production for this should be at an all-time high, more or less. Except... Oh, it only works if you actually supply it. Funny that. Okay. I do like it doing two, so it's not trying to make itself bigger and smaller. Also, it's just like a really big waving arm, like, hey, guys! Like, this is how I feel when I'm greeting, like, people at work. This is how I feel greeting friends. Just a really big wave. Anyway. Okay. It still bothers me that I've got one basic basic underground belt. I don't know what happened to the others. Or the other one. That bothers me. Hopefully one day I figure it out. But I haven't done it yet. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. Okay, so that's their upper basic circuits. Now, what else are we going to need? So we're going to leave this here because, quite frankly, it's stuff we need later. So my goal today is... Let's start with the inserters. We're always going to need inserters. Inserters, real easy stuff. You just need iron gear wheels, which we can make, basic circuit boards, and iron plates. It's really not too dissimilar from this. In fact, it doesn't even need copper, so we're going to need some of those. We're going to need a lot of those. So what we're going to need first is... before we do anything else, we are going to need, and I will remember the words, sand. So there's 66 sand there. There should be a lot more sand in here. 93, that's not bad. What I'm actually really excited for to see how much sand is in a place. This one shouldn't do great. It's 75, better than I expected. I'm really excited to see how much the one over here has produced. Also, I found a couple of ways to make compost be smaller, which is you compost your compost and it turns it 5-to-1, which I thought that was pretty good. And it looks like this is almost overdone its oversupply of mud. That's alright, because in the process it gave me 100 sand. So this warehouse can turn into logistic warehouses, which needs a hell of a lot of stuff that I'm not even close to. So that's fine. I like how I scroll all the way back up, like, how do I get that? No, it's not happening anytime soon. Fluid burners, you know what, I'm going to need that at some point, hopefully soon, probably not. Now, one thing that's going to be happening is we are going to be making more copper now because this one that made our lead has now filled up. So now the resource is going into copper. That's exciting. Oh, I just remembered something else I want to do. I wanted to have one of these boiler 2s. So I wanted to make 4 boiler 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I wanted to make 8 steam engine 2s. Wow, that's going to like take a lot more than I actually thought about. Maybe we need more iron. Definitely need more steel. Okay, what we are going to do first is we're going to take these. Now this of course will burn our coal faster than we've ever burned coal before. Because this is basically the equivalent of building 8 more boilers. So then I want to get rid of these and turn them into 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Okay, good. So this will increase our power production by quite a lot. It'll also absolutely kill our charcoal usage. I ain't got nothing to fix that problem. So satisfaction's gone down. That is a problem in life, of course. Gotta watch out for that. You never want satisfaction to go down, only up. Okay, so even just with doing this, I've increased... I've got the same amount of power by doing this. So right now, we're at the same amount of power. Wow, if I do this one, then I'll actually be creating more power from steam too, which is pretty interesting. Okay, and one more steam engine, then 2 more boilers, and then we're just going crazy with oh well. Yeah, see, this available power is only 900 kilowatts because it's just not getting the steam that it needs from the boiler 1. But that's going to change now. I apparently have extra boiler 2s than I needed. And just like that, we are now creating more power with 8 steam engine 2s than we are with 12 steam 1s. Okay, so that's probably going to absolutely shit everything over very quickly. We'll keep an eye on that eventually. Not right now, we'll get there. Also, we do want to build transport belts, but that does need tin, and quite frankly, we're not making enough tin. So we will be looking at that later, but not right now. What we want right now is probably to do... Probably here looks good. Quite frankly, we probably don't need more than a single assembler for that for now. We'll probably need more later, but by the time that happens, we may have logistics drones and it doesn't even bloody matter anymore. Oh gosh, I am so excited for logistics drones. Like, it's so far away for actually being the use that I want them to be. But I'm still excited. Because even though it's far away, it's just to have those logistics drones to be able to do a proper mall. Look, you'll see it in probably, let's be honest, 100 hours? We'll get there, we'll get there. Gonna be a few weeks, but we'll get there. Don't worry. I messed that up. That's okay. And I just want to underground that. Okay, good. This is going to be for our inserters. Now, what we need for inserters is we need gear wheels, iron in particular. What do we need? Iron gear wheels, easy, basic circuit board, easy, iron plates, great. So, at that point, we've got everything we need. And ironically, we ran out of inserters. That's okay. We'll have plenty of those in a moment. And I'm going to put them out that way. Reasons it'll hopefully become clear to someone. Hopefully me. And we'll make a box to put them in. We don't need too many. Run out of inserters again. Hopefully this is a problem that'll stop happening very, very soon. And we've run out of wires. And of course we don't have any steel bricks with us. So it's going to take a second longer. Okay, well we're going to pick up plenty of steel bricks, I think, this time. 7. I mean, that's 14 small wires. That'll do for now. And then I'm going to check to see how my green production is going. Because until we get the level 2 assemblers, we can't do much in continuing the science that I need. Alright, so we want those. Thank you very much, sir. We want those, we want those. One more assembler made by hand. And that's not going to work because it's picking up the wrong place. Okay, so we've got assemblers being made. Probably no more than 2 stacks of those required at this point. Good. This is what we wanted. So now we're just, wow, we're getting so many of these things. It's really going to town on that. I'm kind of concerned about how quickly we ended everything, because the copper is not being produced fast enough. Okay, so here's the next question, one that we could be asking. Do we think about doing a furnace for copper? Maybe we do. We aren't producing quite as much copper as iron, of course. We only produce half as much. We could be making more if I could be bothered. We could be making a lot more copper and tin. In fact, maybe that's something we do up here at some point in the near future. But for now, let's just get a copper refinery. So the copper we are making is a little bit more efficient. So what I might do is, there we go, that's probably enough. We need a blast furnace. It's gonna be the same sort of trick that I did last time. We're gonna need some steel, but we got plenty of steel these days. We don't actually have that much apparently. I think I use most of it on my boilers, which I built too many. So, you know, mistakes were made. Okay, so I want to stop doing that for a little bit. We'll give it plenty of space. And we will... Oh, that's it! That's the place! We found it! Okay, so now we no longer have that one extra cable that was just sitting around getting lost. Not cable, underground belt. That's very exciting that I found it finally. I knew we'd find it eventually. Okay, so... Okay, and I would love to get some coal in there. So the way we're going to get the charcoal in there is through here. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, good. So we do have reduced copper production for now, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Then I need an induction furnace, which will hopefully be fine. I bet you I don't have near enough steel. We all know I don't. I'm sure quite a bit. That's alright. And casting machine, probably the same problem. So this is going to be a very similar line as the iron one. It's just going to make it a little bit more efficient. Not power efficient, obviously, but... no, it won't be more power efficient because it's going to be using a few like about 300 kilowatts to make copper when it's going. But that's probably fine. I say it's fine, therefore it's okay. That's how this logic works. Okay, so it's just going to gather up the copper. Okay, how much more do we need? Probably too much more. That's just doing its best. Eating all the steel up. Okay, well, while I think I wait for the steel to build up, I think I work on the next project. So, we've got inserters. We've got plenty of inserters. These aren't being made fast enough because we're not making any copper. We're not going to get any more of those for a little bit. Okay. We always knew there'd be problems. We just didn't know they'd be so savage. Yes, I need 3 more steel. Okay, well, 2 more steel. Even so, that's not going to be enough because then I need to worry about the inductions and the... Okay, so inserters are done. Good. What is the next thing we need? We've got belts, we've got inserters. What is the other stuff we need? I mean, underground belts would be nice. Because we can steal those from here and then add stone. That's probably the way you're going to do it. So we've got stone over here being made. So we could take that out of this box, bring it round, swing it through the old belt chain. I kind of want this one to go up and continue making more types of transport belts for the meanwhile. I think that's probably our best bet. I don't want to have like the level 1 stuff forever, but of course for now, power problems? Okay, cool. But for now it'll do the job. Quite frankly, I can probably get rid of these two now. And again, it's the same problem. I'm running out of underground belts while I do this. That's fine. And yeah, I'm going to put that there. That's pretty good. That's gonna be, and then I'd need to worry about splitters, which splitters aren't going to be too big a deal. They're just kind of a pain. But hey, I wouldn't play this mod if I was worried about little bits of pain like that. Pain is just factories leaving the body, as they always say. And you never want too many factories in your body. My doctor always said, he said, Sean, you got too many factories in your body. Didn't understand what he meant then, and I don't understand what he means now. Okay. Those will be the last ones I hand build for a little while. Probably be better to just go like that. There we go. That. Other underground one. Good. Put it through. Good. Belt. Belt. Ah, wait, no, that was a mistake. Because that one has to go like that. So this one is actually making my underground belts. And then we're going to output those into, surprise, surprise, a box! Probably could have taken the 50 there, but didn't. Okay, and we don't need a lot of those, but I do want them. Okay, so I think I've got an extra one in my inventory. I do. That's just going to upset me if I leave that there, so I'm going to put it in the box and take them out of the box. Problem solved. Okay, how are we doing with our copper thing now that we've butzed around for a bit? Induction, got enough. Casting, I assume we're short. We're short by like 4. That's alright. We knew we would be. Okay, new science is complete. That's exciting. Do we have enough green science to actually finish this project? Automation 2, because then we can start making sciencey things. Okay, science has gone to an absolute standstill because I've got no copper. Who could have predicted this? No one. It's unpredictable. It's unable to be predicted. If only we had some more steel for Mother Russia. I don't know why I'm doing a fake Russian accent. I apologize. It is a fun accent to do, though. It is one of my favorite accents. Doesn't make it any more PC or correct or the right thing to do, but I like doing it, and I'm a bad person. So, it's where you really have to end up with that resolution. Okay, so now we're making the steel or the copper into molten copper, and I've deliberately left space here if I wanted to start a molten metal belt. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but I've left the space for it, and I like that. It's just good to have like that option open to you without having to rebuild everything in the near future. Okay, I need a little bit more iron. Oh, everything probably stopped while I was getting the copper fixed up. That won't be a problem now because at the very least the molten copper will fill this up. Okay, so I did stop my iron production for a little bit there, but that, like all things, will pass. I'm going to need more travelators. I've never called them that before, but hey, that's what we're calling them now. Okay, here comes the iron to be heated. How many do we need? 6? 6. Okay, so it's going to be a couple of seconds longer. I'm just going to wait here because if I get it all fixed up, then I don't need to rebuild anything. I'm going to make a very simple mistake that any fool would notice the mistake that I was making. Any fool. That's right. Okay, good. Casting. Okay, so no counter spells used. That's good. I cast the machine. Bit of a magic joke there. I enjoyed it. He says incredibly deadpan. I enjoyed that joke. I hope that everyone else enjoyed that joke today on stream. Okay. And we don't have splitters yet. That's probably something we need to worry about later. Probably when we have copper, right? Okay. And then we are almost there, folks. Copper is back on the belt. Here it comes. This casting machine's got plenty of work to do. There's a lot of molten copper for it to go through. I mean, this will do for now. I could also do the same thing with tin, and that may be something that is very relevant to think about in the near future. Right now, what's mattering is that the copper is coming through. The copper must flow. And it's flowing, slowly. As soon as it burns through a molten copper supply, though, then things will probably get a little bit slower. Alright, so we have our undergrounds, we have our inserters, we have our belts. I guess we just want to worry about regular splitters now. Now, regular splitters, basic splitters as they're officially called, are going to be a little bit more of a pain to get because we need more basic circuit. And we need iron. Okay, so what I am thinking at this point is to be bringing them out here. Now the good news is we don't need the iron for long, just for a second. So we could output the belts here. Let's just worry about that there. Okay, so we can output the belts there, come through here, bring them down here. We do need copper cable. That could be a little bit more problematic. Looks like we got the basic circuit boards coming through again, so that's good. Automation 2 is being constructed once more. So that's again very exciting. I think everyone's very proud of that. All right, so now we just need to worry about this next thing. We always have to worry about that next thing, I suppose. So we're gonna need, what do we need? No, that. Let's favor that for now. Iron gear wheels, problematic. Basic transport belts, that's easy enough. We're just gonna put them out that way. Underground them, easier now than ever before. Okay, good. Then we want to, you know what, I think, call me crazy, but I think I'm going to split this way. Because if I go like this, I can make my iron gear wheels. I could put iron gear wheels in the belt. In the past I've done that, but I'm trying something where I don't put intermediate products on the belt unless I really have to. And I honestly don't think they need to go on the belt. Copper cables. Now, copper cables, again, that's another thing that could be put on the belt at some point, but I don't want to. Copper, I probably do a split from here, push it up, bring it up here, do the copper cables, and then copper cables higher up. Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan. We're making things a little bit more compact than I would like, but this is just basic factory maintenance here. Like, this is just the things that'll help the factory grow on its own. Well, not physically on its own. We're not in a grey goo situation, obviously. If we go into a grey goo situation, then we must be a lot more careful. Wow, 288 sand. Yikes. I mean, I guess they've got more factories to work from. Okay, cool. 288 sand is actually very impressive. I'm very happy with that number. I mean, this one does well, of course, and I don't want to make it feel bad about itself or anything. But it just, yeah, it could be doing a little better. Yeah, we know what we're saying. A little bit better. Okay, cool. So, I was thinking today how we could get rid of crushed stone if we need to later. You can always liquefy it and then clarify it, so that's good. Not really relevant to what I'm doing right now, but I was thinking about it. Because I was thinking how to get rid of resources you didn't want, and that's not actually going to work. Because of where that splitter is. Of course, you could always push that one back. Then you all of a sudden have more room, and then the splitter is still in the problem. Okay, that's not really working, is it? Okay, so can I move that splitter? Not really. Maybe by building these a little too close together. Yeah, we can always expand out the belt a little bit later. If I had longer underground belts, that'd be good, but we need a lot more tin for that. And quite frankly, while we're producing tin and it's coming through a little bit more reliably right now, I think I do need to actually have more tin. And it seems like I've killed all the power over here. Neat. That's something that's never going to end happening. Right, so back to the copper problem. Copper is coming through, good. Coming through slowly, but that's expected. How do I deal with this problem? Okay. Obviously, you make it so this is the one that goes underground. Doesn't need to go underground just yet. It can go underground here. This is the one that goes underground. That gives you more room to work with. And then that is... That's not the one that's the problem. This can go underground. That's not a problem. The problem is this one. Okay, cool. In this stream, watch a guy try to figure out the most basic of things. Okay, we've got our automation 2. That is exciting. We haven't made our electric circuits yet, so we're still going to be making those by hand, but that's what I needed to be making. Up there for thinking, people. Well, we're not doing that right now. Wooden boards, we're going to be needing those later for stuff, but not right now. So, science. Manganese, never been a huge fan of. Heat pipes. Insert a capacity bonus, sure. Can we extend my inserters at all? I think... Excuse me. More rotation options for inserters would be wonderful. So let's start working on that. That just makes things a little bit easier to pass. The problem is both of them. Okay, so now that I fully understand the problem is both of them and not any of them in particular. This is the tidy way of doing it, obviously. I think I don't need to tell anyone that. Couldn't get much tidier than this, people. Because of well-planned factory work. Hashtag do not steal original content. Yes, this game has now become a Sonic the Hedgehog fanfic. Yikes. Well, it's nice to know that my life has gone absolutely crazy. Nice to know where my life went wrong. Right there. So, splitters. And to make splitters, we need a copper cable. That's easy enough. Copper cable. Very inefficient way of making it. Look forward to being able to spool it. What else do I need? Just this. 43 inserters. See, this is why it's good to have these things on a belt. You can actually start building things relatively reliably. And then we probably don't want more than 2 stacks of that. Great! So, plenty of those. Plenty of those, I suppose. Plenty of inserters. And got some splitters. Okay, good, good, good. This is progress. Now, do we go back to making electric circuits, or do we start trying to get the science happening for farming? Electric circuits, I think that is more beneficial right now. Okay, so electric circuits, what do we need? Now, electric circuits require a little bit more finesse, I understand. We've made a couple before, but we did them by hand. Now, that's easy enough. The basic circuit boards is where it gets tricky. We're gonna need tin for that. And we're also gonna need a charcoal of sorts. And I just put something on the belt where something was already on, so we're gonna have to move the charcoal down a couple of lines. That's okay. I'll move it down like 2 lines, so that way it's actually got like a little bit of room to breathe should it need it, which, let's be honest, it probably will. No, that's wrong. I literally cannot wait for when we get underground belts that can survive longer than like 3 tiles. And originally when I said that, I was like, it's more than 3 tiles. I'm like, no, it's not. It's exactly 3 tiles. It is that bad. So, now we get the charcoal. And we're going to need the charcoal because we're going to need to get the carbon to make the basic components. Oh, gosh. See, this is why I didn't want to do this one. Okay, so we need tin. We need so much tin. And at this point, it's the point that we ask the question that I perhaps don't want to ask a question, but I do need to ask it. Do I blast furnace this shit? And the answer is, yeah, probably. Probably I do. So if we're going to blast furnace that shit, as the kids colloquially say, I'm going to make more of this. Because, quite frankly, one crystallizer is not cutting it. And I know the mineral sludge is working its best, and we will have more mineral sludge for it later, but we just need to blast that shit. And if I say that one more time, I swear someone is going to make some weird fanfic. Probably me. Why would you make weird fanfic about yourself? I don't know. I don't know why I would make weird fanfic about myself. Probably lack of, what is the word? Not ethics. No, the word's gone. The word is gone. It's not a good thing. Self-esteem, that's the word. Knew I'd find it. Alright, cool. So. Put a bit of pipe there. Good. You know what? I don't want that there anymore. I never use that. So. Do. And what does bother me at this point is where that is. We could probably do that further down now. Like here. Underground belt that boy. That probably killed power to that whole situation. That's okay. It did! Nice. I love it when I get it right. Or very wrong, as the case may be in this, I suppose. Okay, and we're going to go do. One of these is going to be offset by a little bit. Make sure nothing came in there by mistake. It totally did. Good to catch it. Crushed boblium. I gotta stop calling it boblium. That's not what it is. Alright, and power it. And here we go. So that's going to increase my tin production, and then I'm going to start smelting it, because, quite frankly, I'm not making enough tin. The tin's not even making it to the... this is a 2-for-1 situation, right? We get 2 tin for 1 silicon? We do. Great. So what I need to do somehow is to get the tin off this belt up here. Oh, you know what? There's a way to do that. Really easy way as well. This is why I was doing this. Before, people may be asking why was... No one was asking this, but I'm going to continue. Having the molten tin. What I could do is I could have the molten tin come here and then pipe it, because pipes are easy to make. Pipe it up here to around here somewhere, and then cast it to join the belt. So we're going to do a little bit of a molten tin line. And that will probably do a far better job than anything else. So, now I need that steel. So, blasting. Don't have a stone, but the good news is, stone we have a ton of. No one saw me do this, but I sort of rose my finger to the screen like, haha, don't worry, not a fool. Kind of a fool. So, blasting, yes. Induction, yes. And finally, casting. We got all of them. We're going to need 2 castings. 1 will do for now. And also, we're going to need to get... Shit, we're going to need to get some charcoal down here. Down here? Why not across here? Oh, that. It's a oh, we just bring it from here. We don't need to do a full casting. We can just use the fibers. Or wood pellets. Let's use wood pellets. That's probably a far better idea. Bronze processing. I don't need bronze. All it's going to give me is bronze pipes. That's not exciting. Washing. I mean, then we start making geodes. Whew, be still my heart. Of course, that's going to take a while. So, don't worry about it too much. So what we're going to do, we're going to steal this. Maybe at some point I should make assembler factories, because that seems to be a thing that keeps happening. Or sand, lovely. That's all the sand you need in life, 4 of it. Okay, see the problem is my iron production is being quite consumed by everything else being required by my factory, which is good. I mean, I want to need everything. It is one of those things, the more I produce, the more I consume, the more I need, the more I wish I had. I don't know if that logically made sense. Someone else feel free to go through my logic on that one. There was a logic chain, and it happened. But that's good, that can keep going. I think we're now producing more tin because we've got extra... I'm not sure if we are producing a lot more. Actually, yeah, we are, because that's done 73. So it slowly gets some mineral sludge. Okay, so we are making more tin. Good. Yeah, so we're just going to bust this down for the moment. Oh, 76 sand, that's lovely. The good news is the tin's also coming on the right side. Okay, so blast furnace, making it happen. A jam! Induction, making that happen. I do have it. Gonna point in the right direction. Pointing in the right direction. Lovely. I will never stop saying lovely. I know you want me to, but I'm not. It's not going to happen. Can't change the future. Casting. And I want there to be a little bit of a gap because I want to put a tank, just a little inline one. I already had one. That's all right. We've got two now. Inserters. Inserters. Would have liked to have that another one out, actually. No, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care anymore. And we come back up. And around. And we're done. So. 2 problems. Not powered. Easy fix. Second problem. Not fueled. And that's a problem that we were prepared for. Well, we were prepared to be prepared for it. Oh, that seems like the most Weasley of words, if you ask me. I mean, that's very Weasley. Prepared to be prepared? Not cool. So, we're gonna do this, where these two are gonna... We don't want to, like, absolutely kill it, because quite frankly, it's not going to use that much power. But it's going to use some, so we're just going to be prepared for that. So we want to make the fibers, good. And then we're going to make the wood pellets, and the wood pellets are actually going to be what's fueling this. We're not going to worry about burning it to charcoal. I don't think that's required. And if it is, we can always get to that later. We need more iron for my assemblers. We didn't actually get much last time we did this. One will be enough, actually, I think. One more assembler will be just fine. Just doesn't sound like enough, though, does it? No, it does not. I might do is have it come through there. So if I need to... Yeah, that's fine. I've gone a little bit crazy there. And pellets. Right. I'll put the pellets. A little far. Alright. A lot of it far, actually. And we've run out of bloody poles again. That's alright. Why is this stopped? Oh, because my tin stopped for the moment. Alright. That's something that'll be fixed very, very soon. I'll steal these wood blocks, assuming I can. No wood blocks to steal. Crisis. How can there be no wood blocks to steal? That's all I have left. Okay. I'll go steal other wood blocks then. I was trying to do a sneaky there and it didn't work. You gotta be careful when doing a sneaky. Doesn't work, you're gonna look like a fool. Okay, well, good news. The power doesn't seem to be as much crisis as I thought it would be going to Steam 2. You know, I'll take that as a win. Alright, and all we're gonna do is power this. Why didn't I just do that? Could have just done that. Okay, so we didn't actually set anything to be built, so that was probably a mistake. Okay. So now it's melting, it'll get around to melting the tin. Okay, so it melts the tin. Oh. Turns the tin into ingots, melts the tin into molten, casts the tin into plates. We have more tin being made than ever before. Good. Just gonna put some things in places so I'm not carrying so much useless crap around. I'm still carrying a lot of useless crap around. At some point I will make a box and throw it all in there and just blow up the box. Right. But like I assumed, this is not using too many pellets. And it's not really breaking the bank on my green algae either. I am worried though about the mineralized water. What's happening to our mineralized water? Did we just not make enough of it now? Do we need more mineralized water? I think the answer to that, no matter how you sing it, is kinda yeah. Because if we run out of mineralized water, that does hit our power lines. If it hits our power lines, then everything else goes with it. Quite frankly, it's not something I can afford to have happen. So, what am I missing? More iron. Okay, well. Are we happy now? Yeah, sure, why not? So right now, the iron production looks like it's really struggling, but in many ways it's because it's trying to build these more complicated things. And once they fill up, then everything will be fine. I mean, they will fill up eventually, I suppose. Oh. Ha! Gotta actually have the pipes going onto the machine. Right. So the plan was to get a pipe going with this up to here, around here, and getting a casting machine for it. Also, we probably want to, at some point, get the green science to actually just go into this machine. We're not doing it right now, but we will do it soon. Because before we do too much of that, we do need to get green circuits done. Now that we're making more tin, never before, look at it, that's a lot of tin. Boy howdy, that's enough to make a grown man cry if he's easily saddened by tin. Or if he's easily made excitably happy about tin on a treadmill. That man gotta really... I'm not saying live life, because, you know, everyone's got their things that make them happy. But if he's crying, it's so beautiful, tin on the belt. I'm sorry, I'm so emotional. I mean, that guy's gotta... I don't want to say, you know, man up, because I was told that a lot as a child when I cried a lot. Because of course I was a crier. But he does need to probably stop crying a little bit. It's a little bit embarrassing for everyone. His wife's there. His wife is just like... Jeez. Again, she married him knowing that's who he was, and she loves him, but... you know... Alright, actually... let's break that topic immediately. Thanks, great. Let's do that. Let's just get this taken up, because quite frankly, I don't think I need in a box anymore. Because now I've got the resources to actually build things, man. And the plan here is we're going to go up and around into there. Good, so now we don't need to worry about hand delivering tin anymore. That's nice. So it should be actually making a green science now too. Might even make a couple. Having tin coming through is probably changing everything. Now I'm just worried about the lack of copper, because the copper is... well, the copper's making red science, and red science is still required. We've got slow science production at the moment, but that's okay. Copper is coming through, albeit incredibly slowly. How do we speed that up? I got a way. I don't know if I like it, but I have a plan. It involves a lot more electrolyzers. we made, say, 6 megawatts worth of electrolyzers, how much megawatts would that be? See, 6 megawatts of electrolyzers would be 20 electrolyzers. That's a lot. And you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bloody well do it. I'm gonna put them up here. I have a second belt, lot of electrolyzers coming through. Gonna make these boyos working their lives out. Maybe even have some more liquefiers. I'm excited. I'm truly excited by this prospect. So, we currently have 2 electrolyzers. We're gonna need another 20. What do we need for electrolyzers? This will actually destroy my power forever. But I'm gonna do it in such a way that... okay. We're just gonna stop that. We're gonna do it in such a way... Oh! Hey, Crunburn. Yes. I am aware of Squeak Through mod. I have considered that. You know what? Yeah, I do seem to get stuck on things a lot, don't I? I see you've noticed that, like, immediately. I should be doing that. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. I'm not going to do that today. I will suffer for another day, but I will I will get that done for the next stream. So thank you for your input. I do appreciate it. Some part of me likes to just go, you know what? I made this. I need to punish myself like an absolute flagellant. You know, I need to be punished for my sins. Just checking real quick. How's my sulfur box going? It is not full. Yeah, obviously I'm aware of mods, but I've just never installed that one. So, how many electrolyzers do we actually have at the moment? We've got 24. So this, oh jeez. That's going to be another full belt of slag, isn't it? I just remembered I was building a liquefier to make sure my mineralized water didn't collapse. And then I did nothing. That's not how this works. You get a crusher, then you mineralize your water. I need to be punished for my crimes. Crimes against pipedom. I've just gotten so used to running between the pipes and like the odd way that I've built them. And every day I tell myself, you know what? I'm gonna make it better. I'm gonna not do this forever. I'm gonna make a new change. A change on life. A life where you don't build pipes haphazardly. And then of course I just continue doing the same bullshit I do every other day. I'm not a fast learner. I think I can tell you that with reasonable confidence. Don't tell anyone, especially not my boss. I think, my boss probably knows, to be fair. I've worked with her long enough. I think everyone knows I'm not a fast learner. Okay, speaking of not being a fast learner, what do I need? Oh, that was actually a good speaking of, because I'm actually speaking of learning. I am too proud of that. Okay. And then we need more mineralized water because I am scared about my power running out. And then we will... I'm going to change this a little bit. That'll still be going... It doesn't even need to go... No, it does still need to go down like that because otherwise I lose one of my fabled gaps that I can sneak through. Right, okay, well I guess we need power to those to actually... So we are using a lot more of our resources to make this. But quite frankly, I need to make sure my mineralized water never collapses. Especially with the project I'm about to undertake. Project, oh shit, my power. Let's just build 10 for now. Let's not absolutely lose our heads. Okay, well we've got washing for geodes. That's exciting. And we will be doing that later. So, electrolyzers, we're going to need basic circuit boards, but thankfully we build those now. We don't build the more advanced ones though. That green science on the belt. Nice! Just, I got distracted for a moment there and I just walked straight into the water. Thankfully, this game doesn't actually have you walk into water. 4, 5. I need one more, which is just a little bit more iron, and I can rebuild everything again. Okay, cool. I will need to build 2 flare stacks. That'll require a little bit more iron. Okay, well, maybe 2 flare stacks should not be enough, but we'll see. We've got 671 sand. I think I might grab a little bit more because this is going to be a big undertaking. There's no way in heck, no matter how much sand I get here, it's not actually going to be enough. Yeah, see, 81 sand, that used to be producing a lot more, but that's when the mud was different back then. Okay, so we're going to do this. Oh gosh, I'm already afraid. This is my first big project in this iteration. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it so this is really scalable. Okay, so we're very quiet over here. It's quite nice. It's quite peaceful. Okay, so we're going to need 2 pumps. Surely enough, we're going to need iron for that. Why did I not think about extra iron just in case? Because let's be honest, I was always going to need it. We knew that. I may have even said that. Let's grab the extra sand while we're here. Pumps. Wait, we got like... We're holding just resources. We could totally be turning into stuff. Okay, pump. We got enough for a seafloor pump. That's... I ain't gonna cut it. I ain't gonna cut it at all. How about we just build 1 pump for now? 1 pump we'll have to do. We'll build more later. Maybe 1 pump will be able to handle 20 electrolyzers. I don't see that ever being the case, but maybe. You know what, electrolyzers, I think you've earned... Yeah, you've earned a place on the toolbar. Look at you. But you didn't see that happening in the morning, did you? You woke up, went, oh geez, another day not being on the toolbar, and then bam, you're on the toolbar. Good job. Okay, so that's good. What I might do... there's no way I've got enough pipes as well, actually. So hydrogen can be going low. Great. Okay, hydrogen goes low, oxygen goes high. Because the trick is we want to have it... We want to have everything kind of scalable here. So we can expand this out if we want to. We shouldn't need to scale this one out, to be fair. And we want that to go up that way. Then we want a thing to take that. And that's kind of how I want it. So if we do this, like that kind of, except kind of like that, yep. No, I see why I offset it before. It did make it a little bit nicer. So maybe I'll continue to offset it. Because if I offset it like this, then that goes in like that. And we'd have the oxygen come out like that. We're going to need a little bit more land, of course. And we're going to need pumps, but we'll worry about that another day. By another day, I mean like soon. Put that out that way. And this one goes across. Yeah. Now, I know that one's not going down anywhere. We will fix that later. But the plan is... I just wanted to make it like so it could be copy and pasted just to make things a bit easier for myself. If I do this... There we go. By construction bots, that would make everything even easier. Cool. Didn't need to go that far with that pipe, but that's okay. And then the oxygen, of course, goes high. And then what I think we do is we have this come straight out here and we build more liquefiers down here and bring that down there. That gives us a bit extra space. So we've built 8. I don't know if that's going to be absolutely dangerous, but we'll find out, I suppose. Won't that be exciting? I did think we could do 10, but I didn't think about the additional overhead of everything else happening. So maybe 10 is a silly number. I've always thought 10 is a silly number. Okay, so that's all piped up. Conveyor belts, and then gosh, my kingdom for construction drones right now, I swear to God. What do they even need? Maybe we'll look at that in a moment. Okay, and maybe we should have considered power when we were doing this. We didn't consider power, did we? Nah, we didn't. Who thinks about power? It's irrelevant. No one needs power in this game. There is no way in hell I have enough power lines for this. Okay, well, we've got flare stacks. There's nothing for them to burn right now, but we've got flare stacks. And that's the exciting thing in life. Okay, well, how about I just grab these wooden blocks? I don't think I need more sand. I actually did have enough sand for this, which I didn't think was totally gonna... I didn't think I was gonna have near enough sand, so I'm pretty happy I did. The first time I've ever said I had sand left over. Okay, and I wanted to get a little bit more iron so I could get the other pump. Right. Wouldn't hurt to get more copper, because that's how I make all my pipes these days. The fact that copper's not building up does bother me a little bit, because it used to always build up. The pressure tanks. They're just high volume tanks, are they? Okay, well that makes sense. Capacity bonus. You know what? Non-stack capacity bonus +1. That'll make things faster. Let's do that. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Copper's just not building up. But with more slag coming through, maybe that'll change. See, this stops. That's atrocious. I mean, the people are upset. All the people. Okay, so we've got... Okay. That's filled up with water. I love the water effects when something's filling up. That's fun. Okay, and we're going to do a similar thing on the other side. Actually, we don't need to. We can just go that way. And now we make sure everything is actually working. Is everything finishing products? Yes, yes it is. Has my power gone to absolute hell? Not really. Okay, good. Not yet. That's probably the better term to use there. Okay. Then we're going to... How much sludge is required to make... How much slag is required to make mineral sludge? 100. Okay. So we're going to need some more liquefiers. Of course, we've run out of materials for that. I would have it no other way. I'm looking forward to that capacity bonus going up. I mean, things are being made. Just a lot of resources taken, that's all. And quite frankly, it's something that needs to happen anyway. Okay, so let's just make one liquefier first. Gonna need more basic circuit boards, that's easy enough. Well, when I said let's make one liquefier for first, I didn't really mean because that's all we could make, but that is what we did. We made everything we had the capacity to build. Quite frankly, I think we can just do that. Sure, it's going to be a problem for later, but I don't care. That's a problem for future. No, it won't be a problem because we'll have like way more stuff. And way more stuff is way better to have. Of course it is. What was I thinking? It's always better to have more stuff. Okay, so liquefiers. We've got 2 of them ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out like here. And we might actually just split this up. Now liquefiers, of course, are going to require... things. It's going to require both sulfuric acid, which we'll need to import. I don't think we need to split it right now, actually. Going to require sulfuric acid. Now, sulfuric acid is not as hard to get anymore because we've made it before. And it's almost over here. It's right here. Look at that. There it is. We found it. I am immediately scared about cutting one of my avenues of escape out. Good. That's not the right way. I should have known that. Okay, well that's fine actually. What you do is just move it like that. Problem solved. And I've run out of copper pipes. That's alright, I've got plenty of copper where that came from. Okay, so then we make slag slurry. Good stuff. Did I need to do a weird little turn there? Nope, didn't. Just wanted to waste resources. Glad I achieved that. And I want to go 2 and 2. Okay. Rad. What part of 2 and 2 did you not understand, buddy? There we go. Okay. So now we're making more slag slurry. Now, the 2 options we have here is to put it back into here where it can get refined, and maybe that's the best idea for now, but we may want to expand this out later. So while we'll do that for now, I'm going to put a little bit higher. Yep. And we're going to just... We've run out of those pipes. I could use stone pipes, but quite frankly, I think I need the stone very soon for other stone-related activities. Okay, and that'll bring us back down there. Good. So. See, the length of the underground pipes is why I wanted to use this for the molten tin and just a little bit. Okay, and we're going to do a one-way valve here as well. A non-return valve probably right here. If I had the technology for pumps, I'd use that, but I don't think I do have that tech right now. The point is that'll make these things go faster, which will make everything else go faster, and it'll just give us more stuff. At some point we may need to get more filtration units. And in fact, what I'm noticing here is this filtration unit is almost running out of filters. Not great. This little guy's working at his hardest, but I feel like he might need some help. Would more filters help? Maybe. It's never actually stopping. So maybe some more filters, just a stack of filters. Yeah, so a stack of 10 more filters will probably make things a little bit more efficient. The capacity bonus will also help, but that's still probably a few like a little while away. Quite frankly, this is working most of the time. How is the capacity bonus going? So I probably imagine at this point the problem is not tin, but red science, and sure enough it is, because of the copper. Okay. Now copper is going to be backed up here, which is great. That means it's going to stop coming up here in the near future. And it'll start going in other directions. How's my power usage going? Power? Still pretty good, actually. How's the slag going? Being used up. Well, there's only one solution for that. It's time to build 2 more electrolyzers. Now that I've been encouraged by the fact that it's working, actually, no. Is it working? Because what we need to check is actually how's my charcoal handling this. Handling it pretty well. Backup's fairly high, but no, it's handling it okay. Great. Could use a few more of those. I notice I've got a few viewers right now, so I'm just going to say this, just to plug my own channel. I tend to do this about 3 times a week for 2 hours at a time. We're about an hour and a half in now, so we're half an hour left. I usually stream a little bit earlier than this, but it's a weekend and I got busy with stuff, so you know, it's a little bit later. I usually stream. But if you're enjoying this content, please follow. Also, I have a YouTube channel. It's under the same name, SeiferKatt. So please, if you want to watch older episodes, that's where you would find them. You are welcome to, of course, give advice. I am also welcome to say, I don't know about that. But oh, look at that! It's not actually making anything. But you know, it's really just about having a good time. Honestly, that's my way of living. Things are just being locked off, and that's not okay. But yeah, I appreciate having you here. And if you just want to hang out, that's cool too. You don't have to feel obliged or anything to subscribe. I'm not gonna make anyone feel guilty or anything. I just want people to have a good time. And if you're just playing your own game and watching someone stream, that's cool, man. I'm intrigued about what you're playing. Like, but yeah, I just enjoy you sharing your time with me and watching my constant failures. Because Lord knows I've got a couple of them in this game. And if you've been watching for a little while, I'm sure you, like, yeah, 5 minutes, I'm sure you would have seen them. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Back to our regular content, I suppose. uh, yeah, so the electrolyzers, getting those done. I think I just want to check product finish because now I'm dubious about anything that did 3. Like that one, see, it did 2 and then it got filled up with hydrogen, so not great. Not a good track record. That one's done 0 because it's got no water. Maybe it would like some water. So that's made 8, that's made 2. I'm worried about the oxygen, that's right, because it wasn't being piped out. Good. See, this is what I was looking for. Maybe my water wasn't as good as I thought it was. No, power's still doing just fine. Now I only built 10 more, and I think I said I could build 20 more, so maybe that's why my power didn't absolutely hit the pooper. The slag slurry I notice is building up, which is both good and bad. Because that also means I'm not using it enough. Which means I need more filtration machines. And more filtration units means I need to figure out how the heck to get the charcoal there. I mean, I could just do that again. No, probably not. Alternate suggestions. I could move these up there and have these do a real big spin. Going to require more filtration filters. Filtration filters, that is the correct word for them. That is one option. Other options, because that's a bad one. Just want to make that clear right now. I don't think it's a good option. Other options are to bring the mineralized water up there, make my own charcoal up there. Don't particularly love that option either. I've built things in such a way that it's difficult to build more filtration units, unless of course I move this, say, over to here. It'll require me to repipe some things around. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Because if I move to the hydro plant, that gives me like another use, like another filtration unit. Maybe even 2 if I do it right. So one more. There's a lot of pipes going through here. Is anything going to be massively affected? Obviously that would need to move. And that sulfuric acid must go through, otherwise the slag completely stops. Other ideas? I could just build an algae farm, compost out the brown algae. Don't worry about the mineralized water as much. And just do it that way. That is a lazy way to do it. I'll be honest, I kind of like it. I kind of like the lazy way. So we're going to go for the lazy way. Because, as they've always said, if there's 2 ways to do it, the lazy way or the hard way, you should always do it the lazy way. Because the only person that's going to hurt is your future self. And what have they ever done for you? Huh? What have they ever done for you? It's, honestly, think about it. What has your future self ever done for you? Nothing. Oh, they say they'll do it later. But will they? About it. They won't. They won't. I know my future self doesn't do shit. Oh, he says he will. Oh, I'll do the dishes. Doesn't do the dishes. He's lazy. He's the laziest. We're going to need a composter, and if I remember rightly, composter is required. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be a little bit more of a pain than I thought it would be. That's all right. Because we're going to have to put the brown stuff in a different place. That's okay, we can do that. Gonna need more sand though. Only I wasn't so lazy I could have a better way to do this. But no. Past self, he's not going to do that, he's lazy. Past self does nothing for me, so why should I do anything for him? And yes, that is an act in 2 parts. Suffering from your previous mistakes because you didn't want to do something later. Suffering from soon to be previous mistakes because you'll figure it out when on the day. It's just suffering. That's the point. Yeah, I think we're all gonna reach. At some point up here, we're going to encounter spittery worms, but I don't think they're coming yet. We're going to need assemblers. Probably 3. We're going to need that pump that we built. There it is. Boop. Put it in there. We're going to need a splitter. Where, no, the splitter doesn't go there. It looks like it would go there, but if you put it there, it just doesn't work. Brown algae can go on the other side. And this is a temporary fix. This is just until we get the conveyor composter to composter into oblivion. I don't even need to turn it. Actually, we'll turn it. Okay, there we go. Then we assemble the Avengers. We've built the assemblers already. Don't need to do that. So we need to... How much work would it be to build filter inserter? Electric circuits, which we still haven't got around to building, because I was going to, but then I got distracted again, because that's who I am as a person, I suppose. Okay, so what the plan here is we're going to do it that way. Because if we do it this, fibers, right, and then the fibers go to become pellets, and the pellets set themselves on fire in a furnace. No, then they become wood blocks. They become wood blocks, you set the blocks on fire. This is not effective. This is not efficient either. It'll do the job though. That's really what I'm here for. Okay, and that's going to make the wood blocks eventually. And the wood blocks are going to be... But we do actually need to have them on a little bit of a belt. Just to feed itself. Belt drop. No, I've done that the wrong way around again. I keep doing that. They're going to go pick up drop. that. This one's going to go pick up and drop that way. And we're going to put a little bit of juice in there. Just the tiniest amount of juice. Okay, it's got some juice in there, so now it'll fuel itself. And then finally, we have the assembler that makes, that cleans the filter, well, puts more charcoal in the filters. Okay, good. Charcoal filters. Then we need filter frames, which we don't have the iron for right now, but we'll get it. Not only do we need filter frames, we actually need the filtration units. And what does the filtration units need? They need purified water, which I think we've got plenty of that, and we can actually bring that from here because we were manufacturing that. So just to have a bit more space, this was probably a bit of wasted space here, unfortunately. But just because I wanted to really make sure I got enough space for filters, I have to do it this way. Lovely. We've really got the space for that. Really thought about that. Yeah, the slag slurry is just too much of it. So filtration units, they've got a different name. They actually don't. They're actually called filtration units. Neat. Feels very proud of himself for getting that one right. Okay. We don't have anything in the box right now because it's all going into other projects. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to put a filtration unit in here. No, we didn't pick up sand. We need sand. 4 sand, that's good. That's a lot of sand. I think we're very, very pressed about 4 sand. There should be a lot more sand down here, unless I've done this recently. 67. I feel like I've done this fairly recently then, because that's not a lot. When you spend a lot of time actually expanding things, you don't get a lot of sand, but when you spend times like finagling things, you're like, ah, all the sand, where did it come from? But right now I'm not finagling. I'll be finagling soon, hopefully. But right now there's very little finagling happening. Okay. Now, thankfully, the purified water is really easy to get. Because that's just coming from down there. I have no pipes. Do we dare make this use the stone pipes? No, we do not dare use the stone pipes. If I use the stone pipes, we'll never recover. Well, we would actually. So close. So close to using those stone pipes. Do I need that much stone, really? Probably not that much stone. Okay. Okay. This is a good start. And we are actually making the charcoal. It just takes a long time because this is inefficient. Okay, slag slurry, come over here, please. We need you now, sir. Good. Car is waiting. There's a car again. Okay. We may even you know what? We will I was saying we may expand this. We're absolutely going to expand this. Because why make all the slag and not use it? We wouldn't. We need the slag. That's literally the problem we've got right now. Okay, and then after that we've got to figure out how to fix this filter problem. Sulfuric wastewater. Do I want to care about that right now? Honestly, I don't think I do. I've got enough sulfuric gas being converted to sulfur. Yeah, it's probably fine. So we'll clarify it. If we had more iron. Like that bit in The Simpsons, you can see the moment his heart breaks. Right there. Okay. I could just turn off science and that would probably help things along faster. Although we're almost at our inserter capacity bonus. That's an exciting time for everyone. I mean, that's going to be like some degree of improvement. Woohoo! Okay. So I'm going to put that just in here. Doing it. Using the stone. Keep making copper pipes though. Okay. That what I said to do? Is it? I want you to think hard about this. And that'll give us... It won't give us 2 filtration units. What it'll give us is almost 2 filtration units. Do we just do a weird loop here? Is this the plan? Do we just do... this? This is a new technique that I don't know if I feel comfortable about. But it is mine and we're doing it. This is called the mistake loop. Okay? You can tell it's a mistake loop because it should never have happened. It's an affront to God and nature. Then it also outputs in sort of the same way. And then we get some more thing. You know what? When we make these inserters, I could just make them by hand, but I'm like, no. I did the work to make these. I'm gonna bloody use them. That's of course gonna kill my iron production for a long time. I don't care. I made them to use them. I'm gonna use them. Okay, so out. Because we're not making that. We don't have that many filtration frames here. We might as well do that. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm happy with that. We'd go to logistics 2, but quite frankly, we're not even using logistics 1 technology. Now, we are making wood bricks up here, I believe. I felt so smart for a moment there. And then it's like, no, we've got no wood bricks left. Yeah, but it is working. It's kind of a sushi belt of 2. And as we expand this, we can always expand the sushi belt. Don't know how we're going to expand it right now with that clarifier. Difficult expansion, I'll be honest with you. No, it's not. We just move the clarifier. clarifier there. Right there. Right there. There we go. Found it. And then we're going to power it with these wood blocks that I conveniently have in my person. The joke there is I don't have any. That's still filling up. I may be very well close to a point where we turn compost into compost there. We are so close to getting green science, and by that I mean I actually need to make the next green chips, and once I do that, then will I do anything with my life? Who knows? Probably not. I never actually put it to be wood blocks. I went down there, I looked around, I went, this is nice, and then I just left again. Let's pick up 8 wood blocks. Done. Enough for nothing, because we have no copper. This is what I was afraid of. Are we going for power? Yeah, we are running out. Hey Kiwi Hawk, how you doing? Look, hate to tell you this, we got power issues again. It's probably the 10 new electrolyzers I put in and trying to build a new filtration system. But besides that, it's going for... Ah, fuck, you remembered. Fuck, I forgot about that as well, yep. Yeah, okay. But look, we're going alright. The factory has grown a lot since I saw you last. We are on hour 15, I believe. I don't know, the stream has a better idea. We're probably only going to go for another 15 minutes, so unfortunately we are near the end of the stream tonight. But it's good having you here. We are trying to tidy things up or get things expanded upon. And, okay, so we've got our filtration sushi belt going. Delicious. I had sushi today. It was okay. It was, you know what, I'm not here to talk about sushi. I'm not here to talk about... I did have a very big burger today, so that was nice. Okay. No, look, honestly, no issues. Everything's just going along same as always. Tin's being a bit of a problem. Production of materials in general is a bit of a problem, but that's SeaBlock. You know, I wouldn't have it any other way, honestly. Certainly no design issues if that's what you're worried about. I did have a massive problem with figuring out farming the other day. Like I was trying to figure out what I needed to get done because it'd been so long since I did it. I had multiple things where I was trying to... It was an absolute cavalcade of disasters. It was kind of fun, actually. I was trying to build the agricultural science, and I got to the point that I was making soil, and I thought that was great, and then I went to make the seedling nest, which needs water, and that, of course, needs assembling too. So that broke everything. I figured out compost can be turned into less compost, and I thought that was pretty cool. I haven't done it yet. I didn't know you could do that. I don't know if that's new, but compost turning into less like 5-to-1 compost, I thought was really funny. That fixes a lot of problems with any organic material that you might end up with. Okay, so mineral sludge coming through. That's good. I kind of want a no return valve. But honestly, compost, is this like is this an Angel Tech thing or Bob's something? Is this SeaBlock? Who do I have to blame? Or no, it's not blame for this one. Thank for this one. Okay, so now we've got the inserter capacity going up, and so that means things will grab 2 things, which is really nice. Actually, that's going to speed up my inserters a great deal. Ah! Look, you know what, Kiwi Hawk? I owe you for that one. That one is good.
I like it because I'm like, what do I do with all this brown algae? Turn it to compost, and then what do I do with all that compost? Just reduce it. The last time I played this mod, I used a void chest mod, and I felt that was cheating, but at the same time, I didn't care. And I'm really going to try not to do that this time. And that is one of those things that's really going to help. So, look, happy with that choice. We do need to get more filters though. Build frames. Go. Now, one thing I'm not doing while getting all this great stuff sorted is I'm not getting power fixed. Now, I could turn off these top electrolyzers, but that's just sad. They're doing a good job. Hello. Oh, could I get some water as well, please? Thank you. Oh, I have a hot cookie. I'm very excited. Okay, so these are working hard. The only problem is we probably need more. So even another algae farm making more wood blocks would probably be beneficial. So maybe that's what we're going to do next. Look, you know what? I'll tell you if I see anything. I noticed that puffers have changed to include eggshell. You know what? I think about that now. Thank you. I was thinking about eggshells today. What are they turned into? Are they turned into anything useful? They can be turned into compost. Well, that gets rid of them, doesn't it? Okay, you know what? That answers my question about eggshells. Turn into compost. Turn that compost into compost. Also, I don't know if this is a new thing, but the fact that mud can be turned into mud water, I think that is a fantastic thing as well. That was the other thing that I needed to use the mod for. Because my washing plants would fill up with mud and I didn't want to make that much sand and that much landmass. So the mud went into the void chest. But knowing that mud can be turned into mud water, which can be clarified, is another good thing. Again, I don't know if that was already in the game before, but that was the main reason I think that I did the void chest thing before. Because before, green and brown algae did not come separately together; they were a separate entity. Still gonna need more filters, I think. You know what? I don't need more filters. I just need picking up from the right direction. That's the trick. Sodium hydroxide. Oh, I remember sodium carbonate being a problem. Oh, yes, I remember this one. Yes, that was a problem too. That has a void method as well. Let's see if I can figure it out. Sodium hydroxide can turn into... I never got to the point of liquors. Sodium hydroxide solution. And I guess you avoid that, don't you? That's easy enough. No, I forgot about sodium hydroxide. I haven't needed chlorine yet, so I'm sure that'd be super relevant when I got there. Yeah, void chest felt like cheating, but I was like, I'm not stuffing around with this for like ages. Okay, so we do have more mineral sludge being produced. Is it going to the place it's supposed to be going to? It is, it's filling up. I still haven't finished my energy problem. That was what I was doing. That's why I was grabbing iron. Oh my gosh, I wish I could hold memories for longer than a minute. I am like the goldfish of legend. Yeah, the one they say has bad memories. Goldfish do not have bad memories. That is a lie. They actually have good memories, which is sad. Oh, I need basic circuit boards. That's what I was actually needing. So I didn't do everything I wanted to do today because I never actually made my green chips. Yeah, look, I will let you know because honestly, I would appreciate not having to do that. I forgot what I was doing again. Good work. But yeah, look, if I see myself complaining about something that is not probably a desired game effect, I'll let you know. I believe running out of power repeatedly is an in-game expectation. Oh no, it's getting worse. But no, look, I'm happy. Don't you worry about me. I'll just message you on Reddit if I see any issues. I know where to find you. That wasn't meant to sound so ominous, I'm sorry. Did it sound ominous? I don't know. It's also true, I know where to find you. I find you on Reddit. It's ominous, but true. Okay, so not sure if this extra... Maybe I should actually have it going. Not sure if this extra algae farm is going to help. But I guess we'll find out sooner rather than later. Speaking of sooner rather than later, how are we going? Oh, we've still got like another 10 minutes. Oh, good. I thought we were running out of time, but we're not. You know what? One more. Ass. That's my favorite part of building assemblers. Hey Nuke, how you doing? Discord? I do not know the Discord group. Is there a Discord group for SeaBlock? Or are you just saying message you on Discord as KiwiHawk1? I don't remember how Discord works that well. Yeah, no, wait, everyone has a number on there, don't they? I guess it's a SeaBlock Discord then. I don't really join groups on Discord aside from the ones that I talk to people on. I used to, but then it's like everyone was pinging like these urgent messages. This thing is happening, and I'm like, I don't care about your game that much, buddy. I just wanted to know if there was news about this new expansion, and so I like left most of them. Okay, well I'll find you there as well if there's an issue. But this power crisis should hopefully be fixed with extra algae. Gosh, I can't wait till the farm is done. My plan is to have this area be the farm. We'll see. Oh. Thank you for the link. I will check that out shortly. You know what's going to be real good? If we have this algae farm, these algae things actually making the thing I need. Carbon dioxide is still going well. Mineralized water is going better, even though I'm using more materials for it than ever before. Probably could offset this a little bit. These double and the capacity increases worked wonders for this part, definitely. I mean, the things that we're usually having like 2 things can probably even be compacted down to 1 now. So that's a bit exciting. So power, is it fixed? No, not really. I like how I say not really, like it's actually getting worse. Oh, actually, it's getting better. These last 4 are boiler 2, so they are going to burn through things a lot faster. But I think it's getting better, yeah. I don't think what I've done is actually having an impact yet. I'm just saying it's getting better completely for no reason. No, it's getting better. It never used to get to that one, so okay. Set that recipe for the new farm? Yeah, so I've got most of what I need. I just want to get green chips before I start working on the farm. Because I need green chips to build stuff. And you know what? That's probably the objective for next time. No, I'm still going. Never mind. I got 5 more minutes. You know what? Maybe now's the time that I start thinking about this casting machine. Because I want to move this molten tin. Wow, it's making a lot of molten tin while I wasn't looking. Nice. Thanks, buddy. That's not quite as deep as I needed it. It's alright. It'll all be land one day. What do I need? I need pipes. So I'm going to raid my copper. Also, with this new mineral sludge coming in, that means these things should be running almost always now. Did I... Oh gosh. Thank you so much. Yeah, the recipe for the algae farm, you reckon that's going to be good? I think that might be good too. I go down there and I set the assembly machines, just like call that a day. Okay, thank you. That's not backseat gaming, that's just... What is that called? I don't know. Hey, look, you you made a very obvious mistake, and I'm totally fine with that. I don't see that as backseat gaming if you're worried about that. Because, quite frankly, that is something I had not noticed, and I should have. I mean, I'm sure anyone who's played this mod, even a small amount, will have been like, yeah, it's very easy. Actually, even just Factorio. Just the number of times you, like, are working on something and you just forget, like, the most obvious thing. And you come back and go, why is nothing happening? Oh, because I didn't set it to ever happen. Okay. So what I might do... This is not the most efficient way to do this, especially not without pumps. But it's going to be easier than trying to bring the tin up. I mean, it'll do the job. That's good. I'm glad. I appreciate that. Spoiler, you're an idiot. Dang, he got me. You ruined the story of the game, man, by telling me I was an idiot. I was going to figure that out myself. And I did. And I usually do. Okay, so. Now we've got that. We need a casting machine. For that, we need steel. Thankfully, we've got steel being made in this box. Good. Okay. I love these molten pipes that you can just cut into them and just the molten tin just does not hurt you. I don't ever want it to hurt you, but I think it's just so funny. Just just cut that open. Yeah, molten tin. I mean, how hot's molten tin? Can't be that hot. It says 231.9 degrees centigrade, so yeah, meh, nothing. I eat cakes hotter than that. Also, I burn myself on a regular basis. I don't know how that's related, though. Okay. Okay, we now have tin on the belt. Yes! This mod is now fire! Alright, so now that we've got tin on the belt, now next episode we can easily do this. We've got the charcoal on the belt, we don't have any steam available. You know what, we can make steam. Steam is easy to, it'd be great if we had electric boilers. That's not, I was about to say that's not far away, but it's miles away. So having tin on the belt is going to make things much better. Power is... Don't have a radar that far. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've played oxygen not included, but that is a legitimate thing you got to be careful about with oxygen not included. You can't do that. I just got a notification from something. Oh, there's a book ready for me, audiobook for me to listen to. But yeah, that's a legitimate problem. Tell you what, how far are we going today? Because I think while you're in menus, it doesn't count it. So we could go another 20 minutes. How are we doing for time? Yeah, go for another 20 minutes actually. Because while you're in menus doesn't count, playtime is 13:42. I don't want to be called a liar, so we'll go for another 20 minutes. But yeah, oxygen not included, that's a very common problem where if you don't manage your temperatures, your pipes will melt. And it is hilarious when that happens. If you haven't played Oxygen Not Included, anyone who enjoys these sorts of games, I highly recommend it. The duplicants are the dumbest things around. I find them absolutely adorbs. And I love the game. I love the game so much. So, solder. Do we need much for solder? Actually, you know what? We frankly don't want a lot of solder on the belt. Solder is not a belt product. We do need lead on the belt. At least a little bit. So that is problematic. I keep thinking I need to go back to Oxygen Not Included. They did all this like DLC stuff. They've got radiation in there now. The dupes can get radiation sickness. I mean, who doesn't want their little happy friends to get radiation sickness, you know? That sounds exactly what you want in your life. Just that, that just absolute failure of a person when they get radiation sickness. But I haven't played it much since that update. So I need to get around to that. Okay, so we need to put the lead on the belt. It's a little bit easier than getting the tin on the belt. And frankly, we don't need as much lead at this stage. Oh, we ran out of belt, and I think... Oh! We are actually making belts again. Wonderful timing. Okay, and we have the lid on the belt. Now I don't know if I don't know if I want to necessarily make a large bus in this, but for the meantime and just making the basics, that means everything's collectible in a nearby place, and that can be pretty helpful. I do like to make a proper mall once I get logistics chests, but we're not there yet. Okay, so operation making stuff that I need. Starting with, well, actually we got the stuff here. So we need tin copper wire. That's easy. That's just copper and tin. Carbon. I do need steam for that. So, I mean, I could do a... tell you what, I'll have a look at them on off stream, and if I like them, then I'll do that. Yeah, hang on, I'll just copy that message, and I'll have a look at it off stream. That way I'm not wasting everyone's time. Not wasting my own time anyway. Yeah, okay. It's on the things to look at. So, we need solder. Can't make anything without solder. Well, actually, let's make the basic electric components first, because that's the hardest part. So carbon, just have a little steam engine. So a boiler, which we have, and a steam engine, which we don't. And at the very least, the steam engine will be producing a little bit of power. That's nice. I know you didn't. Okay, so we're just going to go one steam engine, because quite frankly, this isn't supposed to be a power situation. So... Hey, actually, Kiwi, the other day, someone was asking me about turning charcoal to carbon. I just wanted to confirm this with you. That is a net loss of power, right? I remember it being a net loss, but I just wanted to double check, because I know you probably know more about this game than I do. That was my response. You know, I was like, actually doesn't help you. That makes things worse. To make steam. You don't... The steam engine doesn't make steam. The boiler makes steam. Okay, yep, okay. It's a good question. Shit. I don't need the steam engine. I just thought maybe that would help. Yeah, you got me. It's a good one. Just needs to output steam. Look, Gabe Newell wanted my location, okay? And I thought, I've got an engine for him. Oh, I have... The more I think about that mistake, it's like, well, obviously an engine makes a thing. Okay. I'm confused. It says sand, right-click to mine built tiles, but it certainly doesn't look like that's happening. Is it because... Wait. Do I actually have to have sand there to do that? No. What is that about? Pretty sure that's a SeaBlock thing. In fact, it is. We Hawk, you have questions to answer. Okay, so liquefier. Yeah, it's this. It's like gives you, I think, like total 1 extra millijoule. That's nothing. Megajoule of power, but it's just not great. I think I went. Oh, I did. Oh, okay. So you can't pick up sand necessarily. I thought maybe it was like a way of just taking back the sand and like making your island smaller again. Because that's what everyone wants to do in this mod. Make a smaller island.
Okay, so now we've got our liquefier. That liquefies coal into steam. It's not a liquefier, that's a boiler. How does life work for me, I wonder? Okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay, thank you for that. Trying to make sure I wasn't going totally crazy. Only the reasonable level of crazy. Okay. That'll make my carbon. I probably need water for it. I reckon water's going to be helpful for this trick to actually work. Thankfully, here's a pump that I built earlier. Pump. Do, do, do. Okay, so blasting charges are in the game now, and that's good, because that was another thing that I needed to mod. How much do blasting charges cost? Are they the same ones as I was using? That's the question. They're yellow. They're using cliff explosives. They're the same ones I was building before. They're pretty good. I like them. Okay, and we probably need to have the recipe. Okay, so we're making carbon. Good. So now we've got carbon, we need tinned copper wire, which is going to be copper and tin. Kind of in the... Okay, but what we can do, we're going to be doing a tricksy here. Rather than the carbon coming out and being on a belt, we're going to put an assembler here. Oh, look at me being thinking forwards. You can call me thinking forwards, man. Don't, anyway. That's a terrible name. That is the worst superhero name I've ever heard. Yeah, I may have had something like that. I mean, it was a year ago. I don't remember my life. It was a big year. I think everyone will agree with that. No one's going to go, last year, did anything really happen? I mean, some could argue, no, not really. I mean, depends where in the world you were. If some people had a lot happen last year. Some people had a lot of nothing happen last year. So, anyway, don't want to get sad now. Nope. I want to make basic electric boards. No, I didn't. I wanted to make basic electric components. That's actually what I... What, actually... This isn't going to be a long-term thing. This is not the build shit tons of everything moment. This is the I just want stuff moment. So... Comes out like that. That can go... Okay, that's fine, I guess. Solder, advanced solder smelting. Not today. Maybe another day, though. Well, actually, I'll start working on it today, because solder smelting will be way better. Oh, that is funny. I never really thought about that. That's great. Just throw on a barrel. I mean, if I remember right, the game added cliff explosives after they added cliffs. Because the team was like, cliffs are cool, but someone might not like a cliff, so let's get rid of them. And I love that logic from a team, just being like, people might not want these things that we've added. And we're not going to remove them because we do want them, but... Okay. So that's going to be where the tin goes. Or the tin copper wire. We're working backwards today. And then we need one more assembler. Which we need, no surprise, iron. I just stand here for a second, it just comes to me. Yes.
And then we need the copper to come in, which also means we need more belts, which we have quite a lack of. Why is this slowed down? Oh, because it's just not getting enough iron for that. Okay, well. How is my power going? My power does look like it's fixed itself mostly. So that's good. I like how I say it's fixed itself, like I did nothing to do this. Wire. No, it's not called wire, it's called cable. Okay, so that makes my electrical components. Mostly. Not quite. Once it's powered. Okay, so that'll make my electrical components. No, it won't, because it still doesn't take the carbon. And maybe there's an argument to be made for having the better assemblers there. Just to build things a little bit faster. Now, they've got these. They're used for quite a lot of things, but I don't know if they're made for anything that I need a lot of. So, no, they don't need to go back on the belt. That's good. That's not required, so we just need solder and then we're good? Yeah. Well, solder is lead and tin. So what I could do is always turn these around and just have like a long production line that goes down like that. How are we doing for time? We're going by the in-game clock. We got 2 minutes left. All right. So not great for time. Now lead, I probably don't even want again anytime soon. Let's just check that. Lead, what are you used for? You are used for a bunch of radiation stuff. Solder mixture, which is only for here. Batteries, might want that later, I suppose. And water-cooled neural computer cases, which are for purple science, which, quite frankly, I do not need that for a long time. So solder is only a temporary measure being done this way. What I might actually be having a better time in doing is making the solder down here, because solder isn't used for anything I need on the belt either. Not this belt. It's used for other things, but when I get to those other things, I won't be doing it this way. I won't be making things using red circuits on this belt. So, I imagine the best idea on this one is to have a solder go. No, solder mixture has to be built and assembled. Okay, that's fine. What I could do though, I need to find like a small number of plates by raiding what I've got. And honestly, we're going to run out of time for today. I didn't even need another one of these, but I built it anyway. We've actually about run out of time, so at least let's do this bit and then we'll call it for today. We've run out of power line. What else we have? Okay. Solder mixture. Very inefficient, but I don't care. I already had one of those, didn't I? I did. Neat. Then solder mixture goes into here. That can be pulled from there. Do it by 2 so it's not doing weird things. Still got no power lines. I at least want to get the solder made, and then I'm going to call it quits. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I've ended my Factorio shift for today. You can find this video and the rest of the series on youtube.com/SeiferKatt. If you don't know how to spell that, you'll figure it out by just looking at my username on Twitch. This episode and yesterday's episode, because I didn't upload that yet, will be up there later tonight, along with the other 12 hours of Factorio goodness. You'll see me wandering around a lot in that, so, you know, if you're wanting something to sleep to, I mean, you can. I know a friend who once did sleep to my videos. I like to say it's because I was very boring. He tells me that's not the case. Side. And yeah, join me next time. I believe the next time I'll be streaming will be Monday, about 7:30 New Zealand time, which is GMT plus 13 at the moment. Yeah. So look forward to seeing you there. And as for me, I am out for tonight. Thank you for watching. Please give a follow if you've been enjoying this and hope to see more. And I'll see you next time. Bye.